Welcome back to another episode of the Know Your Power podcast. I am your host, Kendall Aaliyah.
And I'm juliarene, and I'm sweaty.
She's really hot today, and we have to turn off the AC every time we do one of these, so it makes it a lot worse for her.
I'm dying.
Before we get into this, did you know it's our birthday? It's our anniversary today.
Oh, shit. It is?
Like, not the day this is coming out, so not for you guys, but on, like, actual today, I looked back because I was just curious how many episodes we've done, and exactly a year ago was the first time we posted.
So when we're filming this right now, was the first time a video posted or a podcast posted?
Yeah.
Okay, happy birthday! Oh my God, it's been a year.
I was like, I could get a cake, but also Julia's in prep and she'll probably kill me, so let me just...
I'll be like, yay, thanks. Yeah. For nothing.
Like, yeah, no, just like sniffs it. Sniff. Same too, though. Like, I can't have cake anymore.
I bought you. Yeah, that's true. She's a glutinous.
Yeah, gluten, dairy.
Oh my God. Well, we should have done is it like 100 episodes? Is it?
I don't think so, especially because we randomly started posting two. For those not watching the video, she is really hot.
I'm having hot flashes.
I don't know how many episodes because I don't think YouTube tells you how many. I mean, I'm sure I could go in and see how many videos, but I know it's been a year, which is crazy.
Oh, we should have had like a year episode or
That's
something
okay.
where we did like some hoopla.
Let's do something for 100 episodes if we're not already there. We have to check the Spotify or like our YouTube dashboard.
This morning, because I like go through and like delete all my emails because I'm a normal person and I have only the amount of emails that should be.
Like a good 14,000 unread emails.
Actually, I think that I'm the unnormal human.
Yeah, no.
So, I only have emails in my inbox.
80,000. I have 80,000 unopened emails. And that's just on one of my emails. The other has another 4,000.
3.
Oh my God.
And those are ones that I have to answer.
Also, yeah, I like definitely owe money to like my old apartment and I didn't know until yesterday because I don't check my emails. So anyway.
But yeah, I think I got this email this morning, but I like archive things so fast that it said something about it being the 100th episode.
Is it?
Unless I read it wrong because I deleted it so fast. This is also my toxic trait. I'm like, delete, and I'm like, fuck, delete. I needed that.
See, I'm like, I'll never delete it, so I'll see it eventually.
So I don't know. I'll have to go and check.
Okay. Well, either way, we'll do something special soon. Today is not a special one. Today we were continuing. I mean, still a fun episode.
There's nothing special about today's episode.
We're continuing the Becoming Her series, and today we're talking about how to create a realistic morning routine, and I think more specifically like a morning routine to set you up for success, because I think that's all
keyword
of our goals. Realistic. Yeah,
we're all about being realistic here, even though I'm quite literally very delulu half of the time.
Literally being on like Delusional Girl TikTok recently has made me realize how delusional I also am.
Same.
Like girls will talk about them being delusional and I'm like, wait, that's not how everyone thinks.
Wait, I thought that was
that's
normal.
Not normal. Anyway, okay, I think we can all agree our morning routine kind of sets up our whole day, either for success or failure or unhappiness or however your morning starts. I feel like just sets the mood.
Anxiety.
Exactly. So we're going to go into just like a few things that could make your morning routine better. I also am going to talk a little bit about like what not to do, because I feel like a lot of us make common mistakes with our morning routine that might be causing anxiety or unhappiness like early on and we don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Everyone's morning routine is different. Like me and you have super different morning routines and I think they both work for us. So
what is yours like?
It's a good question. Recently, I've actually decided literally yesterday that I'm going to start 75 hard just because like I need a new challenge for myself.
What?
So my before 75 hard morning routine, I've definitely been sleeping in a little later, but we've been trying to make it a point to like get up and go to the gym early again. So going into 75 hard, I want to like wake up, work out before anything else. I like lifting fasted. I know a lot of people don't, but I want to like go and have my actual workout probably around like 9 a.m.
Because you have to do 2 workouts with 75 hard and one needs to be outdoors.
Yeah. So I'm either going to make that my like outdoor cardio in the morning. I kind of want to start running again, but it's so hot in Texas, so I need to go that early or I can't. or I'm just going to take Rex on a real long walk. I haven't decided yet.
That's what I would do. I would do my 45-minute walk in the morning when it was like not as hot. And it was really cool. I like definitely miss them because you have so many ideas when you walk.
Yeah.
It's like being in the shower. You're like, I'm in the shower and I have so many ideas and I can't do anything with these ideas because I'm naked and wet, but you're walking, so you can.
You get one of those like shower thought things. But anyway, yeah. So like waking up early, going right to the gym has always been productive for me. And then I was telling my boyfriend, because he wants to do it with me, I just need like a new project to work on in the morning, because like the jobs I do, yes, I could do them in the morning, but that might cause me stress. I feel like I'd rather have like a new, like creating a program or something where I can just work a little bit on it every morning to just give my mind something to do. And then reading is also a part of that 75 hard morning routine. So
well, you'll be doing that easily.
We'll see. Yeah, I want to document it either for like TikTok or Instagram Reels. So like I'll definitely be posting what my actual morning routine looks like, because it's about to be different. What is your morning routine?
My morning routine, as I wake up, I get dressed into my cardio gear, which is already set out in my bathroom, ready for me to go. Then I go downstairs. My water bottle's already filled down there. I take my morning cardio pills. Then I bring my water bottle. I sit down on my desk.
I like that. I was not specific at all. Yes. And yours is every second.
It's the same exact routine every morning.
You can continue.
Yeah, I bring my water bottle to my desk so I can start drinking my water. And then I fill out my Know Your Power journal, which is linked in the description, that I made with Zach. And it's a daily guided journal. Then I write down my goals as if they've already happened, which is like we've already talked about this in another episode, like writing your goals down as if you have them. Like I have instead of I will, I might. Potentially. So I write those down. It's like a full page, and then like a little quick journal, right, of just like how prep is going, how I'm feeling. And then by that time, my little fat burner that I have to take in the morning for cardio is already like kicked in, and I'm literally writing and I'm shaking.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I don't miss that feeling, to be honest.
I love it. It's a kind of bad. And then I go and do my cardio, and then I come home, shower, and that's like typically breakfast and all of that. Mine's kind of long. It's not really long, but I have to do it. Like I have to do it. And I love what you were saying earlier, because it literally sets me up for success during the day. And I didn't do it this morning because I usually do cardio on Wednesdays, which is my rest day, and I'm not supposed to. But the reason that I do it on Wednesdays is because I hate doing it on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
Because it's the first day that Zach and I can actually like hang out, and I don't want to like wake up early and like miss hanging out with him in bed, because we'll like talk in bed and our dogs cuddle with us,
cute time.
and I just miss that. So I usually just blow past my rest day with cardio, and I just do it on Wednesdays. But last night something happened to me where I just died early in the evening, and it was my
like
body
energy levels?
My body was like, bro, you're not doing cardio tomorrow. So I literally slept until 8:45 to like 8:45ish, and like forced myself to sleep, and my recovery was actually a lot better because I did that. And because I did that, I skipped my morning routine, and we did this thing. So it's like, give and take. But it is so important because it literally sets yourself up for success for the rest of the day. I'm still going to do it today. I'm just going to do it later. But when I didn't have a morning routine and I worked at the salon, I literally woke up. This is like everything that is not me, which is crazy. I woke up like just in the nick of time. I would put on like my base face makeup. I would run and like I would online order my Starbucks and like a giant Trenti Frappuccino and then like a taco, and I would just like boom, boom, grab them on the way to the salon. I'd be putting on my makeup in my 2001 rinky-dink Jeep that was like falling apart while I drive.
I still do my makeup in the car 90% of the time.
Makeup like skeet, and then I'd be like eating a taco at the same time. And then I would get to work so frazzled, so anxious. Then I'd start my clients like immediately, which was another frazzled and anxious day. And that's because I didn't have a solid morning routine where I was setting myself up to have the day that I wanted to. I was just letting life take a hold of me and decide like how my day was going to go, which was usually stress, anxiety, rushing. And now I can wake up, and even though I have to wake up early, I get to wake up earlier. Sorry, I'm trying to reframe me
good.
saying
it's
that.
Good.
I get to wake up earlier, and now I get to have life be on my terms, at least for that point in my morning.
Yeah.
Because after that, who knows what's going to happen to you?
When you start working, like a lot of things are out of your control, but you can control your morning routine. And that's like, I think the overarching theme is you want to have a healthy morning routine. You want to have like a positive or happy morning routine and a productive morning routine. I think if you're, I mean, we'll go into what not to do in a minute, but like if you're waking up without any plan at all, it's really hard to like set up your day.
And then weirdly, like the rest of your day goes exactly like that.
Yes.
You're more likely to be anxious. You're more likely to be late to things. You're more like that. When I would wake up like that, my whole day would be like behind. Like I'd be late to my clients because I'd still be eating my food. You know, like I would be trying to like adjust my makeup. Like I would try to get my mind in the state to like be there for my salon clients. And if I would have just been like up early and done something for me, I would have been so much better off. And I'm so passionate about morning routines because
I see that
every time that I am off my morning routine and I'm not doing my morning fasted cardio, I'm not writing about my goals, I'm not visualizing myself on stage, like on the Olympia stage, if I'm not doing these things, it is a clear red flag to me that there's something that's going on with me internally. And it's always 100% right. That I'm not either being disciplined to my beliefs or the things that I believe to be true about myself. It's just hardcore red flag.
Yeah. I always start I think this is just an example of how much your morning routine can affect you. Every client I have that has a problem with nutrition, which like most people that are hiring a trainer need also help in the kitchen. I like rhymed. I don't know. I was like, that was like a bar. That was like bar? Nutrition and kitchen. Anyway, sorry. This is where my brain's at today. Julie's being super motivational and educational. I'm like,
she's like, did I just bust a rhyme?
Anyway, what I make everyone tackle first is their breakfast, because I've noticed in my own experience when I also have been like maybe not on like a standard morning routine or practicing healthy habits, I will eat something unhealthy in the morning and then I just like kind of throw caution to the wind, and I notice my nutrition the whole day. I'm craving sweets more. I feel bloated. I don't feel good. So then I'm not showing up as my best, versus when I start with like a nutritious meal, like I literally am so much prone to like have a healthy lunch then, and then a healthy dinner. And then it just like snowballs. So that goes for any habit in the morning.
And that is a morning routine in itself. Like people don't think that people think that a morning routine needs to be journaling 5 pages, meditating for an hour, doing your workout, drinking your greens, but literally waking up, making your bed, going downstairs, consciously making your breakfast without any like distractions. That's a morning routine. And this is what we're saying, like when you're creating a realistic morning routine, doing it that fits with your schedule. Because most people ask me, you go to the gym twice a day? I don't even go to the gym twice a day anymore, because I go to my apartment gym because I am smarter now and have created more time in my day by doing that. But most people can't do that. I'm blessed to work from home to be able to go and work out 2 separate times a day. So yeah.
We're going to talk about, I think first is people don't know what time to wake up. I think, as you can tell by us, early is the answer. I've watched a lot of interviews from like CEOs or people that are in the 1% as far as like income or job level. Are you okay? Yeah. You should bring your fan in here. The one we got in Costa.
You're right. That wouldn't really make noise. Honestly. Okay. I was like, where did I put that?
Maybe grab it before next
episode. In a secret
spot. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, every interview I've watched of like a CEO or someone in the 1% talking about their morning routine or their day-to-day routine, they are consistently, all of them, waking up early and doing something productive, either going to the gym or journaling or meditating, kind of like what we said, or even just making your bed and going to make breakfast. Either way, they wake up really early. And I know that's not realistic for everyone. Some people work really late and maybe you can't get up as early the next day, or maybe maybe you have kids, you got to get them to school, so you can't really spend time on your morning routine super early. I think the only important thing is waking up at least an hour before you need to leave for work. If you're waking up and instantly having to like get in the car and go,
stress, central.
Yeah, like extreme amount of stress. And also if you're waking up and like maybe you do work from home and you just kind of like wake up whenever, like that also is creating like no structure in your morning.
Exactly.
So I think as long as you're waking up, I would say several hours before you have to like start working, but at minimum, give yourself an hour to like wake up and have you time.
It also depends, like you said, on like what you do. Cause there's a lot of like working moms that if they want to allot time for themselves, they have to wake up super early because they have to take care of themselves before they start taking care of like everybody in their household, which I think is an incredible thing. So it's also like figuring out that time and then also figuring out how much time does it take me to do the things that I want to do in the morning to set myself up for success. So realistically, just mapping out, okay, if I want to journal a page in the morning and I want to make myself breakfast, how long does that typically take me? Usually you can even time it. Say it's like 30 minutes or so. Then wake up 30 minutes earlier so that you can have enough time to do that thing in the morning and then attend to everything else that you need to do.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Because like when I'm in prep, I have to start changing what time I wake up based on how long my cardio is.
Yeah.
So there was a point in prep where I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning to get my morning routine done in 30 minutes and then be at the gym at 5 a.m. because there was a point where I had 2 hours of cardio and remember I was doing it back to back in the morning, which is not what
I would get there at 6:30 and she'd be still on there sometimes.
I'd be like, hi, I've been here for an hour and a half. But that was a point where that was a very short period of my prep. And Zach was telling me, he's like, you work from home. You don't have to be doing that. But I was so fixated on having this morning routine and having it be so specific that I was damaging myself and my body so much that because I was just so attached to waking up that morning, he's like, you don't have to do that. Yeah. You don't have to be doing all 2 hours at one point. But I was like, yes, I do have to. So also knowing that like, you don't have to wake up at the ass crack of dawn if you don't have to. Yeah. But waking up earlier so that you can set that time for yourself.
I think it's good to have balance because I've definitely been there and I used to train my first client of the day at 4:30 at their apartment, which means I had to drive 30 minutes, which means I was up before 4.
Yeah.
I sometimes don't even go to sleep at that time.
I would have said no morning routine. I'm rolling out of bed and going to their house.
So
I'm sorry.
That's what I did. And I would go and train them, one more person, and then come home and do my morning routine. Yeah. So like, that's what worked for me at the time. Now I'm like, I would absolutely not take a client before like 8 a.m. There's no way.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
But that worked for me for a long time. So I think it also changes as you change. And like looking at the previous episodes we've done about becoming her, like you have to look at what your ideal her is. Does that ideal her wake up at 4 and is stressed out to go train clients? Yeah. Mine's not. So I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah. And you also like, I love that I have my Whoop because I can see if like the time that I'm waking up in the morning and going to bed is actually good for me. And I am so curious to figure out if that 4:30 a.m. wake up call, I was probably on a recovery of like -5.
Yeah, same.
So yeah. And that's the one priority that I have made this season is only waking up as early as I need to do the things that I do instead of waking up at 4:30 or 5 a.m. Right now I wake up at 6:30 and with how much cardio I have in the morning and how long it takes me to do my morning routine and what time that I know that I have to start working, 6:30 is good. There might be a chance where I add a couple 30 minutes to my cardio in the morning where I have to start waking up at 6 or I have to wake up at 6:15. But
just building consistency and doing what works for you. I've just noticed when I do wake up early, I am the most productive for the first few hours of my day.
That's when I literally wrote my Know Your Power outline yesterday morning was I start working at 9 a.m. after I've done all my cardio and I've done my morning routine. That's when I work the best. Yeah. Like I literally was like, I was like, this is literally just flowing out of me and my fingers have no control.
Yeah, that was me. I think Monday morning I did like 20 things I was procrastinating through the weekend. I just got it all done like before 8 a.m.
You're like, oh, that wasn't that bad.
I was like, damn, that felt good. So yeah, I think just try to wake up with enough time to do things that you need to do to set up your day. Whether that's an hour or like 4 hours, or waking up at 4 a.m. or 8 a.m., whatever works for you and your schedule.
So what are the things that you would not do for your morning routine?
There's a lot for sure. I think the overarching theme is we've talked before, I think, about how social media and intaking certain things can ruin like your dopamine levels.
I have proven this a fact. I have tested this theory unintentionally. Yes.
Okay.
I've tested it because I've gone unconscious and I have checked my phone and it's literally destroyed my whole day because I let it. Obviously.
Though the same way that having a healthy meal makes it easier to eat healthy throughout the day is the same as what you do as soon as you wake up can kind of set up the rest of your morning routine, the rest of your day.
Big fact.
So I think the most common mistakes is people, one, stay in bed. Yes. They lay there for an hour or two. Two is while they're laying there, they check their phone. I think when you check your phone in the morning, even if it's just reading text, maybe you get bad news in your inbox that you then again, like we said, it's creating unhappiness, anxiety first thing in the morning. Maybe you check your social media and you see, okay, that post didn't perform as well as I wanted it to. Now my day is ever so slightly ruined. And these are things that are like super subconscious, but really do affect you. Even like, I don't know. This was obviously not in the morning. It was last night before I was going to sleep. I was like, I'm just going to go on TikTok for a little bit, which like we can talk about night routine being its own thing entirely. And I was getting a lot of like murder mystery stuff, which I know Julia likes, but it caused such bad anxiety for me that I was up for like 3 more hours because I was anxious. Don't laugh at me.
She's like, I'm going to get murdered.
No, literally. It's my biggest fear. Anyway, let me not speak that into the universe.
I'm like, turn on some murder mystery to calm anxiety.
You're insane. But like the same thing, if I were to open TikTok first thing in the morning and get stuff like that, I'm immediately anxious for my entire day.
Well, the social like platforms, they're doing their job because like, why do you think, and I've talked about this before, like on the podcast, that I have created a trigger finger, which is literally me going directly to profile because I'm a social media creator and I post a lot of content. So like it's inevitable that I have to be on social media, but I don't have to consume it if I don't want to. So when you get on Threads, when you get on TikTok, when you get on YouTube, when you get on Instagram, the immediate thing that happens is when you click to it, you see what everybody else is doing with their lives. And so I know that. So I'm literally on there and it's like a game and I have it up there and I'm like trigger finger and I go immediately to the profile so that I can do my post or check out something is performing. I don't do that in the morning. Whatsoever, because
it's not good to. Even if it's something good, you're already, like I said, kind of ruining your dopamine receptors for the day. Like to get such a high first thing, now like everything's just kind of feel lackluster after that.
Or not even a high, even just a low. Like especially if you're in a state where you're not feeling too good about yourself and going on social media and seeing like what Miss Perfect is doing or what Mr. Bodybuilder's doing and how amazing his physique looks, and you're already feeling a little bit down on yourself, then immediately you roll out of bed and maybe you didn't even like, I've had those points where I don't even want to get up. Like I feel like I what's the purpose of getting up right now? Because I felt so terrible. And if I rolled over and like went on Instagram and just saw how amazing everyone's life seemed to be, then I would feel worse about myself and it would make me not even want to get up in the morning and go and do my things. I just found out that you can do this. I reset my TikTok For You page last night after all the murder stuff. I also realized a lot of my feed, I don't even follow these girls, are just beautiful girls. And I realize I am constantly comparing myself to that. Not even in the morning, because I won't even go on TikTok in the morning, but like throughout my whole day. So like, this isn't like, obviously we're talking about morning routine, but these habits can just be throughout your day in general. And that was something I realized is like ruining my self-esteem a little. So I went and I reset my For You page and now it's all animals and memes. And that's what I want it to be. How do you reset it?
You can literally go into settings. I think it's like content preferences, and then it's a button like reset your For You page.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Also, the thing that I didn't realize is that like, I mean, it's duh, but like the first thing that you see is your For You page. But if you just swipe, it's the people you follow. So if you love the people that you follow, then like, why not go and look at their stuff instead of random people on your For You page? So I just thought about that.
No social media in the morning is my recommendation. Nothing
No emails.
Yeah, no.
Try not
no
to check
texting.
text messages. Yeah. People don't need to hear from you that early in the morning.
If I'm touching my phone in the morning at all, like first thing, it's to put on a podcast that I know either makes me laugh, is positive, is motivational, just something to set my day in the right direction. So if I'm going on my phone, that's what it's for. I try not to check anything first thing in the morning. Going into healthy habits, since that's kind of like what not to do, I would say try to immediately get out of bed, even if it's just to like wash your face or do something, just getting up, getting your day started. I think, like we said before, like once you lay there for 5 minutes, that kind of turns into 10 and turns into 20. And then you're like, what's the point of even getting out of bed? I don't have to leave for work for another 30 minutes. And it's like, okay, that's not the point of this. Like the point is to get up and do something productive. So even if that's as small as like your skincare routine or taking a shower, just something to like get you up and going.
It's just short-term pain for like long-term happiness / results. Like this morning, I really didn't want to get up. I just wanted to lay in bed. And I was like, okay, but you still like, you're not going to do your full morning routine, but you're going to adjust it based off of like what today is. I still woke up, rolled out of bed. Zach says that I walk really funny when I'm tired. He says that I like hunch and then I wide walk.
I've seen it.
And, I've noticed myself doing it and I'll start laughing and I'm like, he's so right. And I'm really heavy footed because I can barely move my body in the morning for some reason. So I just did a slightly smaller version of what my routine was. I still did my greens, still took my morning pills, still made my breakfast, cracked open a energy drink, went and did my makeup routine before Kendall came.
Yeah, that's another thing on the list actually is like, taking time to get you ready, whether that's like as soon as you wake up or like if you are going to go work out or whatever it looks like, doing it before you go to work. Even if you work from home, I've noticed the days where I do my hair, my makeup, I put on a cute outfit, I am far more positive, I think, outwardly because I'm more positive inwardly. Like I feel good about myself. So I'm like kind of pushing that energy into the universe. So I think getting ready is something I skipped out on for years, especially in prep.
I've never skipped on that a day in my life.
I did for so long. Like I didn't wear a full face of makeup until like honestly probably within the last year. Like I used to like at most do my eyebrows, call it a day. And I noticed like I would feel a little less good about myself. Not saying you like need makeup, but that's something that makes me feel put together and like ready for my day now.
Yeah. And obviously Kendall's and I's are completely different. Like Kendall's full face of makeup is not my full face. Mine is like full face beat, but it doesn't need to be that way. So whatever thing, because I know that there's girls that, for example, like they have to have lipstick on to feel put together, but they don't have to like have anything else on. They have to have their hair done or braided or whatever to feel put together.
Gross, I will say.
Me, it's like I don't really care what my hair is, but as long as I have done my face, like I feel amazing. Or if it's just like literally doing like a ice roller on your face and then putting on some hyaluronic acid, like whatever that is to like make you feel like you put some sort of like effort towards your exterior so that you're like, I'm going to work and I'm that girl. And like I'm at home and nobody can see me, but I feel sexy.
No, exactly. It really does like change your energy. I like, bless you.
Thank you.
Was that a cough or sneeze?
It was a sneeze.
Okay. That's a
weird
sneeze
on my shoulder.
But yeah, just anything to make you feel also just like prioritize. So especially for the moms out there listening, like I know you spend so much of your morning and your whole day getting your kids ready. I think it's also important to get yourself ready because like you can't show up for them unless you're showing up for yourself, like 100%. So
100%. I can't show up for my dogs if I'm not showing up for myself.
Same.
Not to compare dogs to children.
Some other healthy habits is like we said before, like having something nutritious in the morning. I know a lot of people, like I sometimes do fast. I just make sure even if I am fasting, whatever time my first meal is, I want it to be something healthy. I think if it's a snack or something like processed or just anything sweet, I've noticed if I have something sweet in the morning all day, I'm craving something more sweet. So I try to just like have something like literally just like eggs and like
savory is
potatoes.
Good.
Like, yeah, exactly. I feel like that sets it up. And like, do I still have cravings later? Yeah, but they're a little less intense because I didn't have sugar first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
That also can ruin your energy levels.
It's very true. It's very true. I'm thinking back to when my taco and Trenti, like Trenti Frappuccino days. It was like very, very like hard sitting carbs, which was like tacos and avocado and cheese.
Yeah.
And then it was a giant sugary treat.
Which like those usually give you energy for like 30 minutes and then you feel sluggish and you crash.
You do crash.
Yeah. I've noticed that. I've been trying to drink, not saying this is like anything you have to do. I've been trying to drink a lot less caffeine. And if I do have it, I have it just like a tiny bit later in my morning instead of being like, oh, my eyes are open, I need coffee. Like that's something I think I used as a crutch for a long time was
I still do that.
Yeah. I mean, I still do it some days for sure. I'm just trying to make an effort to like do that less because I do notice I crash when I do that. So
that's true. Cause like, especially if you wake up and of course you're like, you have to get past that little like groggy feeling, but eventually and I've literally tested this because I was concerned about me getting in the habit of waking up and having caffeine, like an energy drink or a coffee, because I'm not letting my natural energy come through whatsoever because I wouldn't let myself get past that sluggish point to get to that point.
Yeah.
But you'll naturally have energy in the morning, and I always do. And then I ruin it by just having caffeine in the morning, which right now, like I have a fat burner in the morning. It's part of my protocol for prep. So I don't really have a choice, but I do have a choice, but not really. So yeah.
I still think it's a different like form of caffeine. I also think coffee is better than energy drinks just because it's like less harsh.
And it's not as much caffeine per cup. Like literally an energy drink's like 200 milligrams of caffeine for one thing.
Exactly. Like I still had an energy drink this morning, but I tried to only drink like half and now I'm not going to like touch it the rest of the day. But I will say like it took me weeks. I had like 2 weeks of headaches every day because I was so heavily addicted to caffeine. And I've noticed it's made a difference in my morning, just like energy, hello, I just like choked on my spit. Energy wise, not having caffeine first thing. So yeah, that's just another thing.
I've heard that drinking like a large glass of cold water, like really cold water, can wake you up really, really quickly, or taking a cold shower, which I used to do that every morning. When I first got my fitness journey, I'd step in a cold shower.
Not me.
Not me now.
Never me.
I don't know what past Julia was doing.
After like a really sweaty leg day, maybe, but I am not a cold shower person.
Yes, after a sweaty leg day where I'm already like a sweaty person, I'll like, it'll not be on the cold setting, but it'll be like in the middle.
Hot.
It's like lukewarm.
Yeah.
to me that's cold.
Hot to most people. Another thing is just to get moving in the morning. If you don't have time or don't want to work out first thing, I think just as long as you're like up and on your feet, again, if you're laying in bed until your last alarm goes off, or if you like get up, but then you just move to the couch and kind of like lounge there, that's like not really getting your body actually started. Like your body doesn't really know it's even awake at that point.
Yeah, and you can't start getting out of that groggy, sleepy mood.
I think if you like have an animal you can walk, go walk.
Yeah.
I'm picturing someone like walking their like hamster. If you have a dog, like
Walking
go
their
take
fish.
it on a walk. Go walk on your own, even if it's just to like go check your mail, just something to get moving. That's something I've been like trying to start again because I did notice I would like, yes, I would get out of bed, but then I would like go sit down and like journal, which like not that anything's wrong with that, but I noticed then I would just like continue. Then I would like go sit down on the couch and then go sit in my car. And I think it's good to just like get moving a little, even if you just like stretch a little in the morning. I have one of my clients who tells me they always just stretch in bed, but at least it's getting their body going. Like they'll just do like little like back stretches, like arm stretches, and then they'll get up. Like whatever it looks like for you, as long as you're getting your blood flowing, I think it's important.
Big facts.
Yeah, like Julia does her cardio.
Yes.
Which I do not do yet, but 75 hard. And then journaling's also on this list. Like we said, like we just want the routine to be realistic for you. There's a million habits we could have on this list of like potentials, but I think journaling, or I sometimes quote unquote journal in my notes app in the morning, just like anything to set your intention for the day. I like to write a little to-do list in my notes app. And then when I have time to sit down and like actually journal, I'll journal more about like my mental state, my goals, stuff like that. I think as long as you're putting something into the universe of like, this is what I want to get out of today. Yeah. I think that's like super vital to do in the morning, even if it's just a mental effort of like making a cognitive to-do list of like, what do I need to get done before I go into work?
Yeah. I'm a big fan of a to-do list.
Yeah, I love it to do. I'll make them, we've talked about it, but I'll make it things like wash your face and get out of bed. Just like things you can cross off, just like always feels good. It makes you feel more and more productive.
That's true.
Yeah.
As I yawn.
Do you have anything you want to add? Because that's mostly what I got. Any other habits?
Well, on the journaling thing too, obviously we have the Know Your Power journal, which is a guided journal down in the description that's literally morning and night. If you don't know how to start journaling, it literally guides you through like setting your intention for the day. What are your top 3 priorities? It gives you little check boxes on your fitness goals, gives you a little journaling section, stuff like that. But obviously you could do this stuff on your own too. And we've said it in previous podcasts, like sometimes people like, they're like, I want to start journaling, but like, I don't know what to do. Just journal like it's a diary. Like today, this is what I'm doing. Eventually you'll get good at it, and eventually you'll share more with your journal.
Yeah. I feel like it gives you something to look forward to in your day too. Like you get to write out like what you want to accomplish that day, or maybe something you accomplished the day before. It just sets your intention, which is always important.
That's true. And for me, I love documenting like how I'm feeling during this prep, because I get to go back on it and be like, oh my God, I remember when I literally wanted to give up at that point and I was having the worst absolute day. And I was fine. Like I even have some from a couple weeks ago where I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And then I'll journal like a week later and I'm like, today was a great day. I'm like, wow, you psychotic bitch.
I'm always like, am I bipolar
Am
or
I crazy?
delusional? Anyway.
Am I Delulu?
I hope this helps you set up a proper morning routine for yourself. These are just some ideas of kind of like what we do, some habits you should and shouldn't have. Obviously, none of us are perfect. You have to find what works for you. You have to find what works for your future her also. Like maybe your future her like doesn't want to go to the gym, like whatever that morning, looks like. Yeah, exactly. Like you just have to set it up for yourself. But I think overall, as long as you're positive and productive in the morning and not intaking anything that may cause you anxiety or ruin your morning is important.
If I could say, like, if you're going to just not listen to anything that we say on this podcast and you're going to listen to one thing, that's the thing to listen to. Do not start the morning by checking text messages, emails, doing anything that's work related before you have to, checking social media. Literally just by adding that to your morning routine, you're going to be so much happier, and then you can start adding other things on. And then figuring out how much time can I actually realistically allot to making a morning routine, and then figuring out, okay, what fits in that? Okay, if you're a person that fasts, you know that you don't need to allot time to make breakfast in the morning. If you're a person that's like me and needs to have breakfast, or they really will just lay down and die, then you allot time to make that breakfast. And even just like consciously like making your coffee. Oh, that sounds so good right now.
Coffee?
Yeah. Even though I just had an energy drink, but
no, it does.
But the act of like making it and like putting on a podcast that's like motivational, like whatever.
You should enjoy your morning routine. It shouldn't be
mine.
like, you shouldn't be sad to wake up. I feel like I used to be in that state. It's nice to have a morning routine you can look forward to.
My morning routine has always gotten me out of those sad times.
Yeah.
Every time.
Same.
Big facts.
Anyway, we love you all so much. Look at me doing the outro.
Look at it.
I realized we start both with we, and that's helped me. I'm like, we love you. Yes. Okay. Anyway, we love you so much. And remember, you are more powerful than you think. Bye.